Anime fans, Dragon Ball fans, what is good? The answer to that question, of course, is Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is what's good. And today, you know what's up, we're going to be reviewing Dragon Ball Super BROLY. Dragon Ball Super BROLY, as with a lot of Dragon Ball movies and just anime movies in general, there wasn't a strong point on plot. You were more there for the action, and action you got. Now, I know Dragon Ball Super BROLY came out quite a bit ago, but I just started getting into the Dragon Ball franchise, and I binged the whole thing, from the original to Z to Super. Then I watched Super BROLY, and that was a good movie, because even if there wasn't as much plot and you were more there for the action there was, and the plot wasn't shabby at all. It wasn't the most deep plot ever, but that was not a shabby plot. That was actually a good plot for an anime movie. Yeah, the plot really was decent. Of course, the whole backstory on Broly and Paragus, and how Broly was sent to Vampa because he had such a high power level and King Vegeta was jealous of him, and how Paragus went after him, and then he kind of raised Broly, of course, as his father, and trained him, and Broly just started becoming some sort of monster, monstrously powerful, and he had his berserk moments, but then Paragus had the ring around Broly's neck that when you press it, electrocution, Broly kind of falls down. He kept Broly in check that way, and then Chilai and Vampa came, or not Vampa, sorry, Chilai and Limo came to Vampa, and they kind of rescued Broly and Paragus and went to the Frieza Force, and Frieza summoned them before him, and of course Frieza's gonna pretend like he didn't destroy Planet Vegeta, and he's gonna be like, well, you know that Prince Vegeta still exists, and you can take your revenge on him. So of course Paragus is all like, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat this little snot who got Broly sent to Vampa, you know what I mean, and by extension made him have to go to Vampa and miss out on his life, and he doesn't, of course he would have died if they hadn't done that, but still that doesn't really matter to him. So then Broly is of course just kind of like, okay, he can barely even talk, he's just kind of completely socially inept. So then Paragus and Broly go to eat, and then Chilai and Limo invite them over to their table, and then some guy comes up to Chilai, and he's kind of drunk, and he's like, I'm the only fighter in the Frieza Force right here that's worth anything, and he's just being all drunk and forceful, and then Broly kind of wipes the deck with him, and then Paragus is like, stop Broly, you're gonna kill him, and Broly's all like, he's kind of becoming insane, so Paragus electrocutes him, and Chilai and Limo are kind of horrified, so as they're leaving, Chilai swipes the remote for Broly's collar from Paragus, and Paragus doesn't realize it, and then Paragus walks off, and because Frieza had summoned him, I forgot to say that, Frieza summoned him, and then he walks off, and then Broly is just kind of there, and then Chilai shows Broly the switch, and Broly realizes, well, I'm kind of free now. So then he, Limo, and Chilai are eating and talking somewhere else, and then Broly kind of tells them some stuff about his past, and they kind of become some semblance of friends during that time. And over on Earth, basically, everybody just chilling, and then Trunks and Goten call him, they're like, well, somebody stole your Dragon Balls, and it actually was Frieza who sent some henchmen to take the Dragon Balls so he could wish to be taller. But basically, they don't know that because they don't realize what Frieza's wish is. They think he's going to wish to be immortal or something. So they kind of go after Frieza, they being like Bulma, Whis, Vegeta, and Goku. And then they kind of track them down. But then as they get to the Ice Continent, Frieza lands with Broly and Paragus and everybody. And that's when the real Dragon Ball Super BROLY starts. So with animation, of course I like good animation. Of course I do, but when it's not the best animation, I don't really complain. I still find a way to enjoy the anime. But there's some animation that maybe you should just bow down to a little bit. The Dragon Ball Super BROLY animation, dude. This is amazing. How it's king tier, it's heavenly, it's the best animation you will see. This animation was crazy. You got Broly, basically Paragus is go Broly, because he doesn't realize he doesn't have the Frieza tells him to stick Broly on Vegeta, and then Broly's all like insane, and he's like, "Argh!" And he just like, you know, runs forward, and then he and Vegeta start fighting. Vegeta turns Super Saiyan, and Paragus is all like, "Whoa, what's that?" And Frieza's like, Broly can't turn Super Saiyan, like what? And then of course Vegeta's winning, but then Broly's getting stronger and stronger as he's fighting, because Vegeta is the first human, or not human, but the first like being he's ever fought that wasn't simulated fights with his father, and he's just like getting stronger and stronger, and then Vegeta turns Super Saiyan God, man, and he just starts wiping the deck with Broly, and then he like punches him through like 7 ice mountains, and then he like does a big blast and like blasts Broly in the water, and then Broly's all like, and he's getting angrier, and then he like gets into this like, it's called Wrath state, I've heard. It's like the Great Ape state, but more controlled without turning into the Great Ape. And honestly, that doesn't make too much sense, because Super Saiyan God is like what, hundreds or thousands of times stronger than normal state. But then Broly, the Great Ape state, is only 10 times stronger, I believe, and then even if that's controlled, Broly would only be 10 times stronger. But I guess it was much stronger, because when Broly comes out in his Wrath state, he starts, like, he's taking on Super Saiyan God and, like, defeating it, and he makes some huge blast, so you can tell that even though it's supposed to be a controlled Great Ape state, it's like, or not even controlled, because Broly can't control himself, like a Great Ape state inside of Broly. He's a monster. Maybe it's just because his base key is so high, but he's just like, he's so strong, and he's like fighting Vegeta, and then Vegeta and Goku switch out, and then even though Broly was kind of winning against Super Saiyan God, Goku in his base form kind of trades a few blows, then Goku goes into Super Saiyan, and then he ends up going into Super Saiyan God, and Broly is still winning. Like, even in Super Saiyan God mode, Broly is still, like, Goku, I mean, like, Broly's still winning, and he's like pounding him around, and he's like slamming him, and then he grabs him and like drags him through an ice wall, and then Goku has to turn blue, and then they like blast through the ground to like the lava, and then they just end up destroying the whole like ice area they're in, maybe even the whole continent, and now it's like this whole molten lava land, and Broly and Goku are fighting, and then Frieza like says to Paragus, "So you're sure this is your son's limit?" And then Paragus is like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "How about we put this to the test?" And he kills Paragus because he remembers Goku turned Super Saiyan when he killed Krillin. And then he says to Broly, "Broly-san, look, your father has been killed." And Broly snaps, and this man turns Super Saiyan, like you know Super Saiyan. He turns Super Saiyan, and he just. Woo! Super Saiyan Broly is so, like, a monster. It's like above blue. Broly's normal Super Saiyan is above blue. That's, like, how much potential. The potential Broly has. It's insane. He went from, like, a weaker than Super Saiyan to stronger than blue in, like, 10 minutes, bro. From just one fight. And then Goku and Vegeta, like Goku grabs Vegeta and he instant teleportations out of there to Piccolo. And then they start learning the fusion because Goku's like, we gotta become fused to defeat Broly. And of course Vegeta's all like, nah, like I ain't trying to do that. And then Goku's like, are you sure you want your precious Bulma to die? And then Vegeta's like, I bet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't want Bulma to die. Like, Vegeta got that soft spot. But then Frieza, Broly just go ham on Frieza, and he just goes boom, and then Frieza's like, wait, I'm Frieza, and then Broly bashes him into like this kind of sort of molten rock, and he's just like bam, 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 and then Frieza's like getting triggered, and he's like, how dare you smash me into a wall, and he goes going to Frieza, and he's thinking like, you know what, I got this dude, like, Golden Frieza, even this monster Broly, like, can't touch me. Broly go bam, bam, and he still is like beating down on the ice demon himself, on the self-proclaimed emperor of the universe. Super Saiyan Broly is beating down on Golden Frieza. And like, just put that into perspective. Like, Super Saiyan Goku is only like in the beginning, like his base Super Saiyan, like this is Broly, this isn't any honed Super Saiyan. Like even Goku's God Key Super Saiyan isn't touching Broly. And Broly, like, he don't even got God Ki. At least I don't think. But still, like, just his Rage Super Saiyan, like Goku on planet Namek, can't even compare. Like, this Broly, he's above Super Saiyan Blue. And he's pounding Frieza. And Golden Frieza is even stronger than Goku Super Saiyan Blue, at least when it first came out. Like, Goku, of course, has probably gotten a little bit stronger. So I guess it's, like, about equal to that. But Broly still, he's pounding on Frieza. Frieza. Golden Frieza. The Frieza. He's pounding on this dude. So hype. Like, I am loving this movie. Like, I love this movie. And then, like, after 2 failed tries, Vegeta and Goku finally fuse, and boom! Instant teleport right back there in front of Frieza, and then Frieza's like, who are you? And he's like, you were dead for some time, so you didn't know, but, like, you know, we Goku and Vegeta mixed, fused, let's go. And then Frieza's like, that's not fair. And they're like, man, shut up, you can't talk about fair. But then Broly, he's going after Whis, and, like, see, I was saying, like, Whis is cool and all, I love Whis, but he really had no use for being here, except for some kind of half fan service that wasn't even super fan servicey. Just, why was he there? But that does not matter. Whis is just, like, dodging Broly like nothing. Like, after Broly stopping off these people, like, he can't even touch Whis, of course. And Whis is just dodging him. He's like, haha, over here. And then Gogeta gets in front of him. And they're like, Whis-san, let me take it from here. And I know I said that the animation was king tier, heavenly, celestial before. But this last fight, this animation, it's like if everything celestial, everything perfect and pure became a donut, and you ate that donut, and that pureness of the bite, that was this fight. This animation was like that pure, everything pure donut. They were just going bam, bam, like it was everywhere. They were just, like, Broly is going after him, and then they go up. You know what I'm talking about? Like, then they go Super Saiyan, and they're, like, matching them blow for blow, and they just get this super cool, like, all these colors, like, you can't even see the background anymore. It's just, like, all these color streaks, and, like, you couldn't even see where they were fighting anymore. Like, you couldn't see the lava land. And then Broly went legendary Super Saiyan in his rage, and he just go bam, bam, and they're fighting, and then they go Gogeta Blue. Gogeta Blue. My friend did some mathematical calculations, and apparently Gogeta Blue is like 500 times stronger than Goku Super Saiyan Blue. So, like, this is legit, man. This is legit. And they're just pounding away and going ham. But, like, once you went Gogeta Blue, like, it's over. Like, Broly, I love my Broly-san. He, like, Broly's the man. But, Gogeta Blue, like, you can't. If you're not named Jiren, if you're not named Zamasu, like, you not touching it. And the colors and streaks faded away, or not even faded away, it just went boom, it, like, exploded away, and you saw that the lava land they were fighting on, that was formerly an Iceland, is now a barren wasteland from their power. And then Gogeta just pulls out the moves, you know what I mean? He's like, bam, bam, and ki, and he's like, boom, boom, and, like, Broly's all like, boom, it hits him, and he's like, ah! And then they do another one, and they're like, boom, and Broly's like, ah! And then finally, and, like, Broly's just going crazy, and he's like, he's got completely berserk now, like, he's all berserk, and then Gogeta, they're just like, ah, man, huh? But unknown to them, Chilai and Limo had decided that Broly's a pretty cool dude. He's a pure hearted Saiyan. He's only fighting because of his trash father, even though his trash father is dead now. And the Dragon Balls that Frieza collected, they took them, brought up Shenron by holding one of Frieza's main servants at gunpoint, and then they made a wish, and they wished for BROLY to be sent back to the planet he came from, and then they got into a Frieza Force ship, and they dipped. Like, they're like, I'm out of here. Like, Frieza about to kill me, and then Frieza goes to shoot them down, and then Gogeta, like, grabs his arm, and they're like, nah, fam. And then you can tell Frieza's like, you can tell Frieza's like, should I try? No, not today. No. But of course he covers all that up and he's all like, Frieza, like, But you know that, man, and heck no, like, no, I am not getting beat down today. Like, you knew that's what he was actually thinking. Like, he was scared because Gogeta Blue. It's Gogeta Blue. Like, you know, I'm Super Saiyan right now, but like, even if I was really Super Saiyan, and I could destroy this whole Earth at my whim, like Gogeta Blue, that's a one-shot, man. That's a one-shot Super Saiyan that can destroy a whole planet. That's a one-shot, man. That's like even Super Saiyan 3 is getting stomped on, bro. This movie was greatness. The animation was greatness. Like, I don't even... You know that donut shop, Heavenly Donuts? Like, as I said, if it was literal Heavenly Donuts, plus, like, all the stars, all the plants, all the animals, like, every single beautiful thing in the cosmos into one donut, that first bite of it, like, you didn't know what to expect, you didn't know what it tasted like, that first bite of that donut, of that imaginary donut, that was this movie's animation! Like, I haven't been this excited over an anime or an anime movie in so long. Well, like, I guess last chapter One Piece, like, that Luffy Law Kid moment was hype. But, like, you know, this movie, like, I know I'm late. I know I'm, like, a year and a half late or whatever, like, Super BROLY. Bro. This movie, like, I'm telling you, man, it was great. Like, I know, I'm late. But it was still great. Like, I'm late, but not too late. I'm not too late for the great. I'm not late to witness the great. Like, I know, stupid rhymes, but, you know. And, like, another thing I liked about this movie is, like, I saw old BROLY. Like, I didn't watch the other old BROLY movies, but I kind of did some research on them to see, like, what's old BROLY like? Like, what's up with old BROLY? And, like, old BROLY, he a little wuss. Like, he mad at Goku for crying, like, 3 hours when they were infants. That's just a little lame. Like, I know he's still Berserk, but still. A little stupid, you feel me? Like, old BROLY, like, he was just kind of an evil Berserker, but this BROLY, I like him. He got more depth. Like, he's been manipulated by his father his whole life. And he's powerful and a Berserker. But he's not evil, at least not yet. Like, he's not an evil guy. He's pretty pure-hearted, as Chilai said. You know what I mean? Like, he's not evil. He just got major anger issues, you know what I'm saying? But, I was planning to, like, cutscene this whole thing, like, this whole review, like, do it in cutscenes, but, like, I just got on a roll, man. Like, I couldn't stop talking, you know what I mean? Like, this movie, like, Dragon Ball Super BROLY is where it's at. Like, you know, I like, when BROLY was going all rage and he's all like, and like powering up, like, you know, inside me, like, when he was doing that, like, my excitement was going all, and like, I know, it's a little bit cringy, but like, you know, this is what anime do. Like, this is what anime does to a person, you know what I mean? Like, all you hardcore weebs, all you hardcore fans of any anime will know what I just said is true. But yeah, it had a nice ending too. Chilai and Limo, they went to live with BROLY, half for protection, half because, you know, they're kind of tight with BROLY now, and they, like, you know, saved his life. And Goku instant teleportation there, and he gave him some food, and of course they're all suspicious of them. Well, specifically Chilai. Like, Limo's kind of like, what you want, dude? BROLY's like, oh, look who it is. And then Chilai's all like, oh, we're your enemies, blah, 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 blah. We don't owe you, blah, 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 blah. But then Goku's like, I'll come here once in a while. Just let me fight BROLY-san, okay? And then BROLY's like, And like Broly had to give a smile. Like, you know, Broly, he's a Saiyan. He is a Saiyajin warrior. Like, even if he doesn't necessarily like fighting, like, he still got that warrior instinct. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Goku, Broly, they might have those bouts sometimes, but I like the fact that Broly is not hardcore evil anymore. Like, and especially since this movie is canon, now he's canonically, I can never say that word, canonically not hardcore evil. Like, the hardcore evil Broly is filler, technically, so like, I like that. I like this new Broly better than that old savage Broly, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, movie, animation was not a 10 out of 10. That was like 1,000 out of 10, man. Maybe even 1,000,000 out of 10, man. That animation was hype. Oh, that was hype. Oh man, this, like, I've been talking too much. I know, I am sorry, but like, you know, I just had to talk about this movie, Dragon Ball Super Broly. You know, the Broly. Also, can we talk about how Broly is such a good name? Like, for a berserker, like, usually you wouldn't think of the name Broly, but like, Broly is, that name is fire! But yeah, you know, thank you for watching this review if you made it to the end. Even if you skipped through it, or even if you watched 0.235 seconds, thank you for clicking on it in the first place. I highly appreciate that, you know what I mean? Because, you know, it's nice to talk about something you love to talk about, and for 1 or 2 people to view it, you know what I mean? Like, that's cool. That's cool when you think about it. Like, even if people are like, oh man, your video only got 30 views, that's 30 people who, like, that's 30 people who are listening to what I have to say. That's 30 people who are nice enough to click on it, and I appreciate that. But yeah, you know, as I said, thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, if you enjoy my content, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more One Piece and other anime content, like Dragon Ball Super Broly, just like anime content in general, mostly One Piece, but I must eventually branch out from just One Piece, I promise, at some point in the future. But yeah, I'm gonna have to head out for now. I will see you in the next video.